Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gaian Gardens. Today is a nice snowy day, and it's the end of February. I have been sitting with that energy to paint for quite a while. I started a creative project, which is a gardening journal, but it's not a typical journal. It's more like a creative expression of dreams and things that I want to grow. And as I was going through this experience, I realized I had another inspiration, and that is to talk about my first encounters in my lifelong encounters with some of the plant friends that I have met in my life that had made a huge impact on me. And the first plant that I thought about was a snowdrop. The snowdrop is a plant that I met very early on, and that it really stood out to me because it's the first plant that I would see after a long winter. So you can imagine how exciting it would be to be a little girl who loves flowers more than anything in her life. And after a long winter in Poland, in communism Poland, where the buildings are gray and dark, and the snow looks dirty, and there's just all hues of browns and darks and grays, and all of a sudden there is this pop of white and delicate, vibrant green on the flower that has the most magical shape of a head looking down with humility, modesty, and innocence. And for me, this plant has become a favorite ever since I have met it. And I remember meeting it at a very, very young age. And I quickly learned how to find them, where they grow. And it was always my dream to be able to just go and collect handfuls of snowdrops, which happened once because my aunt, who passed just 2 years ago, had a beautiful garden, and she had so many snowdrops. And she once let me come in and pick them. And I will never forget it. And I always wanted to go back since then, but my aunt said I shouldn't pick them because they don't last long in the vase. And she just thought it was a waste. She wanted to enjoy them in the garden. So my painting today will be about my relationship with the snowdrop spirit and how important it is to me, what I have learned from it, and it's beyond words. So the only way I could do it is through a poem that I wrote and through sharing my painting. So if you'd like to see that relationship, that exchange, that recognition of the snowdrop spirit, join in. You are asking me where west and north is. I don't know. Ask me where the snowdrops grow. Before I could walk, my heart mapped out the areas of all the plants that called to it. Before I could walk, I waited to be taken to the petals of delicate, soft, miraculous blooms. When I learned how to walk and could stumble about, I mapped out my ways to find them, to study. No one knew where I was and why I was gone. Days after months after years, with the leaves and stems, with the worms and frogs and tadpoles, with the branches and streams and spirits of the land. No one knew where I was when I walked to create a whole map of all the plants, whose names some I learned and some no one knew. noticed, and cared about. Yet still, I could paint them with a vivid color, remembering their spirit and their role. Ask me what grows by the riverbanks of any river I visited. Ask me what grows on the hilltops of any mountain I walked. Ask me what grows in the cracks of sidewalks of cities I lived in. My heart stretches out in ways that do not know the north and west, that are not bound by left and right. It reaches all the roots and bulbs and stems and leaves. It reaches all the shapes, textures, colors, and seasons changes of all the plants that are mapped out in it, in all the places I have ever been. Ask me, and I will take you at the right time to all the places where the snowdrops grow.